and mount on my cardio. I do not have any lifting today. I only have like stretching, yoga, recovery, and cardio. What I wanted to quickly reflect on is part of my recovery from my hormonal mistuning was that I am constantly stressed and upwinded. Is that a word? Like, you know how you unwind, but then the opposite of that. So like upwind, I don't know, like you're always on the go. But anyway, that was a huge sidebar. What I wanted to say is part of my anti-daily stress comes from how I spend my mornings. I didn't really have a morning routine this whole prep. I think I showed you guys like how I do my mornings. Like I basically just roll out of bed, do cardio, stretch a little, have some coffee, and then go about my day. But I want to make it more of an intentional, mind-centering, calm morning. So part of my newly instated morning routine will be to ignore my phone for the first part of my morning, because I've heard this before. Many people love doing this, like not looking at their phone for their like mental health first thing in the morning. And I was like, whatever, dude, like what if there's something really great on there and you're like, whoa, and you sprint out of bed. But I remember I got a really weird, a little rude comment once that like was literally the first thing I saw when I turned my alarm off and looked at my phone. And it really did set my mood for the entire day. I couldn't get it out of my head. From the very first moment when my feet hit the floor, I was in a funky mood, and that made me realize like, damn, I should probably stop doing this. But I never did, but now I'm going to. So it's gonna be a little challenge for myself to not look at any notifications for the first little part of my day. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's hair cutting time. Thankfully my husband has the tools for it. Been feeling a bit as if I want curtain bangs, and so I thought I would give myself some curtain bangs, cause YOLO, you know? And like this current bang situation is like, it's kind of non-existent. I have like this little guy, I don't know. Yeah, that little guy that I cut a few weeks ago. Want a little change, but not a lot of change. I have totally ignore my super blonde root there, making me look super bald. I promise it's just a very white root. Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of go for this. Obviously my hair is not styled or anything right now, which is probably when you'll see the most, but yeah, I will try to like blow dry my hair tomorrow and get that cool curtain effect. But it doesn't look awful, maybe a little inconsistent, if anything. Yeah, alright. I'll show you the fully styled version tomorrow.
Make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since I forgot the most simple words. I feel calm when you're around.
So I want to show you guys my new favorite snack of the week. Kind of healthy sushi is what I call it. Does it taste like sushi? If you're deep in prep, it will. A super low calorie, fun way of eating. I enjoy creative and fun ways of eating, and so that's why we're doing it. Unfortunately, I don't remember where I saw this recipe or like this way of spicing up your salad. Originally, it was somewhere on like my explore page on Instagram, so I do apologize about that. But I will show you guys my version of it. So here is my version of healthy sushi-like type food. So I have this little tray here that I got from IKEA for like $2 that I use for like any sort of meal prepping or carrying. I love it. Anyway, I'll put down a paper towel, and what you'll need is a cucumber, some sort of mayo or like spread or cream cheese or whatever. I want a little spice, so I use one of my favorites. It's spicy queso. It's like cauliflower dip and it's delicious, and the macros are very nice. 2 tablespoons have 3 fats, 3 carbs, and 2 protein. So that's what I'll use. And then I'll be using oven roasted turkey breast, which is 98% fat free. Macros are also quite decent on this. And for some chewiness, I'll be using some pickles. And I'll also be putting a bit of avocado in there as well. So first thing you're gonna want to do is just cut the ends of your cucumber and then grab a peeler of some kind and then just start peeling away. Right, so then I kind of take another paper towel to just offload a few of them so that I can start building on this one. And I use paper towels so that I can suck a little bit of water out of it so that it's not too wet and watery, because that's not as enjoyable and it steals a little bit of the eating experience. So I will just sort of overlap these bad boys like that. And then I am a spice freak, so I will go ahead and salt it a little bit as well. I'm going to use this wild garlic flaky salt. For the fun part, so since I placed these cucumber pieces this way, I'll go ahead and roll it this way so that when I roll it, they won't like fall apart as much, you know what I mean? That is my readily rolled roll, and to top it off, I'll put some everything but the bagel seasoning on it. Cut into little sushi-like rolls. If you have a very well-equipped kitchen, you might want to put like toothpicks or something, like pierce every roll or piece so that it truly sticks together. but I feel like it works quite well. And here is the final product. A little piece of sushi-ish. Curtain bangs, styled-ish. Never mind my unmade bed, but I like the way they turned out. They're like very discreet, and I'm able to like put my hair up in a bun without like strands hanging out, which I really like. I didn't use the best curling iron and my hair is quite dirty. I think it would be better if I like did like a blowout sort of situation, but I'm lazy, so. But I kind of like them. Here's my Friday night tray. I made some chicken burgers with sweet potato fries and a side of cucumber. So in here I've got chicken, pickles, and some of them have bacon bits in them, and then I've also got the cauliflower dip in there as well, and some ketchup. I'm gonna live my best life. So I'm trying to set up my ring light, but I don't know if it comes across on the camera like it's flickering like a maniac. This one's even worse. It's like I'm in a disco. Like, it's safe to say that this ring light is definitely giving up. Well, we're just gonna have to survive without it. I hope you guys can see me okay. Yeah, so first of all, there's been like a steady increase in subscribers over the past couple of weeks or so. Super fun. I love that you guys are here. Just for a quick like introductory thing in case you're new here, my name is Daniela. I am 28. I am originally from Finland, but I currently live in Columbus, Ohio. So those are some quick facts to throw out there. So I wanted to just kind of update you guys on what has happened since my last vlog, where I shared that I would not be competing that weekend. So it is now May 23rd. So like 10-11 days since I was supposed to compete. So after that decision was made, I took that whole week off from prepping, from training hard, from tracking my macros, just from like everything. So I ate intuitively. I tried to make sure to get my daily steps in. I did go to the gym a couple times and do like a full body pump up sort of thing, like a full deload off from the gym. And I also had my New York vacation at that time, and it was seriously like one of the best vacations I've ever had. It was so much fun to see my friends, my family, my in-laws, everything. It was so much fun to be in my most favorite city in the world, and it just really lit a fire inside of me. So it was just so invigorating to be on that trip. And I had wedding cake, I had a couple of glasses of wine, I had barbecue, just enjoyed life and had a lot of fun. And during that time, I also had to decide whether I wanted to keep pushing a little bit more and hit a national stage before I take a super long off season, or if I wanted to go directly into off season. I had that conversation with my coach and also another coach on the team who I'm gonna be working with now, just because they are better experienced with hormonal issues and metabolism and all that stuff. So I was paired up with that person as well. So we kind of had like a three-way conversation, trying to figure everything out and where to go from here. And obviously I'm not gonna share like the exact protocol because it is tailored to me specifically and my body, but I will say that we narrowed down the root of my problem is that my body never really has caught a break because my caffeine intake is honestly through the goddamn roof. Not joking, you guys. I have like at least 2 bangs per day. I think they have like 300 milligrams of caffeine per bang. I have at least 4 cups of coffee, 1 scoop of pre-workout. That alone is quite a lot, but sometimes it gets a little wilder. Sometimes I have like Pepsi, which has caffeine in it, but yeah. So my caffeine intake is my problem. That paired with being stressed out and my very little downtime, because I do study full-time as well as work full-time as well as prep full-time, so it gets to be a lot. I don't have a lot of downtime, and on my days off I study all day. So yeah, long story short, my body is stressed the fuck out. So we came up with a plan. I was ordered to like find things that relaxes me and find a way to wake up in the morning and a way to wind down in the afternoon or in the evening. So I decided to set up a morning ritual and an evening ritual. They're not like set in stone, and I'm still kind of working out the kinks, but I do know that I will start my day and end my day in the same way. I've been doing it this whole entire week that I've been home from my trip, and it's been honestly so relaxing and amazing. And it's that I go out on the patio, I sit on my, like, I don't know if it's a chair or like a lounger, like sunning, tanning, beach chair, I don't know. I sit in it, it's very comfortable. And I just breathe, try to feel present in the moment. I listen to the wind, the birds, I watch the trees move. It's just so fucking serene, like it's so amazeballs. So I sit there with either a cup of coffee in the morning or a cup of tea in the evening. I journal in my 2 journals that I've blown the dust off because I haven't used them at all this year. And I just sit there for like 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes and I just am there, you know? That has been my #1 de-stressor that I've done consistently this week. I've also incorporated a lot of baths. I've cut down on my caffeine a lot this week. I've ordered some like additional like supplements and like herbs and stuff that will help with stress, with hormone balances, with even like vitamin imbalances. I got some sleeping aid sort of thing. I've slept so incredibly well this week, but sometimes I just have major issues staying asleep, and I've tried taking this supplement a couple of times and it's so good. Like it really knocks me out and I really stay asleep. And I sleep for like a straight 9 hours. Called Fade Out by Redcon is the one I use. I think the main thing is that it has melatonin in it. I've never taken melatonin before, but yeah, that's in it. So there you go. So I was given the option whether I want to keep prepping a little while longer or if I want to enter an off season. It was a really hard decision, because obviously entering an off season would be the healthier approach physically, because that would ensure that I can put some body fat on and really just cut down on cardio intensity in a caloric surplus and fix everything ASAP. But for my mental health, I cannot exit this season without at least trying for my pro card. I worked so hard this past year, like so hard, and I would feel so empty and unfulfilled and just disappointed if I didn't try for my pro card this year. So I decided to shoot for a show later this summer, which will give me time to still work out my stress issues and get my hormones and my metabolism to a bit of a more balanced and good place before the last push headed into that national show. And then after that, I'm gonna do a very long off season. I feel good about my decision. I feel confident that my coach and my team can just guide me safely and healthily, as healthy as possible, through this rest of the season. Just prioritizing cutting back on caffeine and de-stressing, good quality sleep. And then I can come into the national show feeling proud of what I'm bringing there, feeling like I gave it my all without compromise. So where we're at now, my cardio was cut during my week off, like it was cut in half. So I went from 90 minutes every day to like 45 minutes 6 days a week. Now I'm at 50 minutes 5 days a week, which is just incredible. It feels so good. That's my like starting point, because I got all my like protocols finalized and all the decisions were made quite recently. So that's my starting point, and my training is the same. I keep strength training at 5 days a week, 1 day completely off, 1 day has like active recovery and yoga programmed in it. I just feel like that whole untracked week really kicked my metabolism into gear, because I'm like hungry all the time, so I know like stuff is firing off in there, so that's very good. Like physically I don't really look recovered yet, or like I still have that little sack of water around my waist, but I am feeling hopeful. Just slowly trickle off. My little prep update for you guys. Still in prep. I'm shooting for NPC Universe, which is the first weekend in July. That's what we're shooting for, but as we all know, plans can change. My coach has a tendency to change my show dates, so we never know. But that's what we're shooting for. Hope it works out. It'll be a lot of fun. That'll still be in Charleston, South Carolina, so I still get to see South Carolina, which I'm very excited about. But that's where we're at. In 2 weeks I have my 2 deadlines, and then we are done for this semester, and it's summer break time, which I'm so excited about. That's a good timing, because like the entirety of June can just be spent on prep and work. I'm going to close this vlog out here. I will circle back with you guys next week if there's anything specific you want me to bring up that I didn't bring up today, or if there's anything specific you want to see, please let me know. I would love some suggestions on content and whatnot. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a full day of eating next week. I do have a low carb, high carb sort of situation now, so today is my low carb day, yesterday was my high carb day, so maybe I'll do like 1 low carb, 1 high carb day. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.